the show kama ebony. Oh, yasemo. Yasempa. Na I am person share the clip. And I'm person but I see I share abende. On so abende de ekọ ti na eno no. A very good morning na me de ma otubo jankwasi. Ye eburu hene. Akura wonu watara konwa. Me ma wachi anopai na na Bobby Berima ye Dr. Bobby Berima awo Akurapem Mampo Center for Scientific Research into Plant Medicine Center. Dr. Bobby Berima, good morning. They say omo bojuma ho pa nti e be ko na fi de ohu bia no ye de ho nsam aba na ene e be di nkomo no hu hia pa very very papa. Common America is very, very papa no. National security, you can't national security there. So national security, home there say bia say me ba. You bunko for na. You wo fan bi ho modwuma no ana na say wo mo edredwin semu hunu anamotu bi mpo ansa na nipa na anasiku na abopo bone no omotumi aya na. Even if the current national security, sa operatives no bo ho na. Wo de no munima na se ebro nkrofo, ya sha mo ntade de etuoku gbagbura na wo mu de no munima no. Nke hwe ne asesa ne mamukura. Esan so mo ne ye bi ho na kwase bi egu o manani mu ase. Na nsi asem asiye efa ye city FM Abrante Bakon ye Caleb na Fezoyi ewura Zoyi ho no. Wo mo chese antwa yie. Nti wo mo hwe na ko mo sesa ne ma. Obi ka sense training bia na dwuma oye no wanye ne yie mayenka ebetumi aka na mo ye de mra na eye adwuma nti wo ma e call se ye hwa national security yansesa mu no wo ne wo mo ye adwene ye behwe na yatumi adi komo say ye ka say lorry fare ye betum 20% o ohamu chemadu nu 20% is a lorry fare no na 10 cedis ka ho say ye de bi be ka ho ama na more than 10 cedis no the whole summer beba within 10 days no mche se fa ngo boya to mumpirinu kupek for na eka within 10 days ya to petrol mu twice enti eba ne sa no a na obi oye tro driver no so taxi driver ni passenger car na se obi nso no so ton spare parts no so de aba be shem enti na nyina agba ho spare parts yi say na say what thought the dada na so fa ngo bo ko so no so take advantage no so tum sa enti yebedi no so ho enkomo na me my sorry crusade me ye crusade bi dedende #let's save our waters and rivers now. Let's save our water bodies and rivers now. And no aye setu kese a ye ni abrede din ye tu ewa ha ye tu digidi pa enti ma tso gina mu minu so beka ho na aka ho asema kopem bra be hu se densu ani ate se wine se the special ICT bre mu so ani ate se wine se na special ICT pra ankobra ofin ene de aka ho nyina no tano ani nyina no ani beti se wine se the special ICT se nkane no sa na etie enti no operation let's save our water bodies and rivers now no ye gusu ye hio bia support ne tumi akon ade atia enche ye beko na yakoko wura ho ankasa na galamsey no ye nso ye no mo de akosie ni se pe ya on be hu se de mo ye no esai wo man yi dachi na srafo a ye se wo nkono mo nkohwe emmoa na ye tumi tu sa wo mo a esai ye nsuo ne galamsey de meneme no ye se o man ne mra man ne law no kora no aka mo sa guomachi nti no wo mutumi nya adwuma na se le so mutumi ye no. So yet to me for kwan bi so nkasa ni manimu ya na ebetumi aye emre bi abe under the state of emergency bi ohun say putupuru mu no ye betu ahye mre bi tenten covid by mampani agya no tumi so ehye mre bi se na be betu abo covid ye betu abo ye ho ban e de afiri ho ekomra hye bedwom tenten kpakpakpa eye adwuma enti yet to me for kwan bi so ehye mre bi eye under the emra wo mra sebedwa ma makwan say yetumi hyemra putupuru mu no yetumi nya bi tenten sa ebribia ase bi eba no ene gina esisi e de fa ho enti e kwahye ame bisa so yɛntumi nyɛ bi ana ɛmfa support ma yɛgalamsɛ yi yɛntu so sa once and for all ana excavators yɛ hyehyɛ wɔn hu deɛ ka kyerɛ mu anɔpɛ yi ebinom kyerɛ sɛ party executives hyɛ akyire nti adeɛ no ko no ɛbɛyɛ den saa na ho no yɛni ho nkɔmmɔ na afei covid vaccine no yɛde kan nya 600 ne yɛwɔɔyɛ deɛ aba yɛ second dose no 360,000 nti aka 260,000 aka 240,000 ansa na aso first dose no na it's 3% out of the 20 million yɛsɛ yɛbɛwɔ no ɛna sɛ vaccine yi wɔmanya bia wo nti yɛbɛ ne den ɛno nso yɛ asɛm hi ɛsɛ yɛka ho asɛm pa nti ɛnɛ nkɔmmɔ no ɛmu bɛtwe paa na Bernard Mona ayɛ political analyst wɔ me nkyɛn wɔ ha ɔno deɛ wohu ne tiri ho a ne kyɛ ɛna kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ɔno ampa Bernard Mona ɛwɔ mbenku nso ɛwɔ ha ɛna afei George Opare Ado ɔyɛ lawyer ni NDC amayekuo no mmabu na ɛwɔ no ɔno boaboa mmabu no dɔm ano ɛde ma wɔn wohu ne dress na kyerɛ sɛ ɔyɛ lawyer ni ampa ɔsan so hyɛ coat wɔ ha ɛna Kwesi Kwaten wɔno nso NPP communication team no wɔka ho bi ɔno ɔyɛ mempam ho asɛm nti wahyɛ ne African way bɔkɔ aba bɛtena na ɔno ne tirim kwasɛ na ɛma de ka bi challenge no ma no sɛ sɛ me ne mampani ne ehwi bom wai ɔtɔ no mɛtɛ bɛgya fɔ makɔ aba bɛna de deɛ meta hu pa sɛ bi abɔkɔ last week mi hu na mɛsɛ hu this week nipa mi hu na kyɛ pa yɛ Opare Ado na sɛ so bani nti hɔ ani saka so ni so
oye menu akitwa o but was oye DC awa badane me lawyer afedi ohumi a oye te say onim bebi a mefi
onim na so
on say that be fi no on say that makonta me fi no
edu adwuma anti edu adwuma bre nko
fi no fi be na
ya konta na edu
adwuma ben na onim say o wadamfo ene nua
fi be na
edu wa mi
fi be na
me ba na okra na se edu adwuma mu a me mi osere me mi abontin so ni bebe
but obi mpe aha me yes simu efi Wakambu the northern part of Togo around 6
enra
6
p.m.
And I ever drew. We got to Tamale after 8:30. And I driver no, but meet here Mukakra. I ever drew her.
The radiasi.
I may not be as vocal as my other panelists. Monfanchem every wom kakra.
Yadasi papa say when you hold dokra no be no krasombo emaye. Opare do bi aboko.
I'm say I feel and then they decline the whole year Minko TV so that I took a long break. I come home make a craft elections and I feel nice yatie sima if you Jumasa.
And UTV, it's a privilege to have you here this morning for the first time 2021. Yeah, that's papa. Kwatin. Bibi aboko there.
Nyanko pardon apomuden wo ho.
E de radiase.
Awo ye pa.
E de radiase. Mama nkra kokoma nana pon ama me wate mama nkra kokoma na nkra me nkan wi kro no onim dada me nkan wi kro no ai ya national security nsem ya na ya ka ho asem a abepim sabra ye kasa yi no ebinum che se okwan a omofa so yo mo nema no dia mandate na kasa omo abizu omo power said them on and mandate wo omo so betumi da hwede aye adwuma no wada roma kwati uji said then yes ye esan say beka ya aya was west wogon commission it na say no omo kan say ye hwe ne structure wo mo dwumadi ni yi se na be ya hoye enkoso na ya hu hwe na we asan aba and those who are calling for the restructuring of the national security no omo ya adwene o susu so kwan ben so na I see to me fa de ye se na be ya on be live up to their mandate na nkofa sa wo ne bebrebe yi emabio
ezo kwaba me da wase na machia ahwefo ne atiefo nya na machia minwa mpanimu for senior Opare Ado mze afi first time so yes ya ni
afi de me nko
baby ai
afi na miss me
na minwa be na so de abisa afi onye demonstration nti all the go baby I mean question na wabusa no ene consensus
okasafa
no so
some minwa pani no
Akufo so many demonstrations
David
David and no be baso
Me nua Bernard say o was that title no. Say Ghana hapa say your company for omutimi edi demonstration ni mo pa
odi mu akote
ne
Akufo-Addo and oye otumfo.
Ona bi na say earlier on before Akufo-Addo kwa na ye demonstration. I mean where your personal title we say before Akufo-Addo kwa na Bernard demonstration.
Be president no.
Na nchia ba go Bernard atwiba na ntimi jiawo.
Me nka hwe makana.
There be so chia na wo say ono na ono.
Na me hwehwe nipa one na e kasa. I was just telling you.
Enye minua no mitimi nchiawo. So we be kumani Aziz so ye minua.
O chia me.
Na me se me chiawo.
Se ma je wo so.
Na fi.
Waje so de na man nkwa na fi ni nkomo so ho. Be da se kwate.
Ejakwa back to the back to the issue no. I think there has been consensus and consensus abano in situating proper context at the country at this ad ni na here thereby. You can say two issues ni na bomu a sebi yentimi nhu ba bi asem no e fa premier de isi. Because we share ayawa so nsem esi na a different issue ana alleged issues of brutality see out to journalists here or CTF me nwa be meya and this is a different issue. But if you share ayawa so de no kra na me abribia na me ka say na nye sebi first timer yenya incidents I mean excesses etc. Debia ye ka say be empese be political equalization but debia so ya go into the past and hwe archives na yenhu adekonti ade be duru be bia de ye we ana sebi empuntu ayatu e wo saa ekwan no so nti wo hwe talency wo hwe I mean the records are all there but it mean justify sa no man no bia but then again wo hwe aya waso kra na abibia me ka say sebi opepa kra na President Akufo-Addo etimi ma ye set up commission no say yen hwehwem na ye make recommendations no in the first place kwa che say aban ne wakomapa say eba some of this excesses a free security for her say ye police say ye national security say ye army because ye hwe ni ye and na bia national security asamaba o tena e behwe na bia no so concern asaba say some restructure e bia the army o tena e beka say restructure the Ghana Police Service ndi ye hwe ba bia asem ne ye de e free ba ndi back to the American o hwe form President Akufo-Addo kwa na enya opepa say bia ye hwe ne nka asem no ho ye de asem na emfiri ho eye different from sa asem a esi ejakwa bana so hwe asem a esi a eye journalists ana o make onono account and an narrative say ni see or say first of all no okọ national security premises without permission e ko twa photo bia na any kwan say ordinarily no ka also the permission san no dey we twa na o hwe account na ba na o say national security e invite no ana afi so o ma allegations of brutalities and torture one person na kasa sebi bi sa akọ so a make kwesi kwatin platform bi a megine bia me condemn sa ade no me condemn say abrantie no eye menua kalabku da nye sebi we journalist ntia me kai sa abra me contest for USAC president sabe ye active in student politics no na o University of Ghana omo is it Radio Universe no ye journalist as a young journalist wa interview minti ye won kita wudie o ye menua koprekopɛ sa bi sa ato na akame enti na account no and me pese me situation in a proper context na asem a wo ka no sa pepe ne tie dia na just ade a bia security for ne ye no we work as they are unprofessional na enye so no no ye journalist ntia sebi uhu enipa abamu ano nam street so na obu mra so kra na emra wo ho kwan emra chese wo kwan espaso ene de efaso first of all the security agencies ne betima frɛ no ye investigate no lawyer for te betima cho mo say ye fine any prima facie case against him on the face value na just say ye hwɛ animu na ye hu say ade a ka no asɛm won ana odi for na ye de wa court na process so emre bia ni ho a kyerɛ wo Ghana ha sɛ bi ye kyi obi na obi no obi bo amfa mra kwan so kra anya ade papa na asa ade tena ye nye de ye mo treat no but say dem see ka no ye ono na account no ye de oma
okay
national security to am different account so hwɛ mo statement omo de buy na omo say entesa edimimi kwesi kwat if you are just supposing say two accounts na the national security can say opening na sema o kan ye no enye sa na omo no esi ye opening no so na wo ho ana Caleb so say me so say ni me ye de me ko mu enti ade ye be kan say ye mfrɛ for independent investigation ye hwehwem na ba bia pepepe ye da no ye mfa nya de ento se ye hu se asemasi ana obenten ana anye na dwuma yi a emra no fa ne fa so
wo kasa no ka se bi se se training na ka se bi okutwa mfoni ni wo bra na waje permission I just waje permission asa wo hwa hefa na ka so okoje permission no secondly ensentwa dwuma na ni bia na bi oye undercover journalist hintasem bebre ba anasa ye bebre ye mu bi no sa ye bebre bia ya moye di nti bia unim se bia ye mpo ne ye obetwa na dwuma wo bra on seek permission betuma ko very sensitive security installations to get information betuma abo for public consumption public interest do ye esoje permission if na esoje permission wo and na wanje permission okoye ene hu semsemi no ye di mienu tutu ho an
Adekye bazan komotwetwe ndi betima kan but abribia and there has to be a balance because say wo hwe so say even parliamentary proceedings in abandon say yemokra no there are information bo ha you treating as confidential information I into me man out e di ntia ni na the larger interest of or mine ntia nti journalists asem wo kan say ensem bi wo ho a the larger interest of mine no but fan say journalists this story aba na story no what the way on the scale of balancer e be go against or mine fan say bi or mine no aye a normal for security ho other countries betima hu betima compromise security system na journalists ko fa no the babon tin compromise enti yes it's a balance journalists no of course also wo interest also protect no nyina o man ko so but the man no say the larger interest of obia no so ye dey eka ho Adekye na ukọ entity wo for as a journalism me just say ye kire ethics ye kire procedure undercover journalism nche say sebi bebia sensitive and confidential information and I say undercover journalism just be emra won also obuso there be me just say say na journalism say undercover just say emra wo also ye the obuso but yen situating in the proper context the proper context no e dey na e kire one account versus the other account again opening me nua Caleb Kuda for account no man so obehwa who can say odika ka so odika ko twa photo bi di to Facebook a kire no ohwe ya na no kwa na ntesa nti I also or trip photos near the if you that is one main question of penny credibility but to hear an account in narrative Adekye na enkofo bebre other school of thought ebe busa nsem bisa be interrogate say what's your torture wow account na all mass and I say ye nya sebi medical report because sebi even Ghana hakra no street is so obi bo obi aso no go police station the first na be chance when your parade mo ye emranimfo hospital ne kwaje doctor's report ne enkyere say asema wo kana mpa ye bo ha na say amo ha bibisa anya dey mi minim say bia mo na mo central force bibisa esi after that but you have obi a ono no oye ya no so say ni ye ntimi verify enti until say be verify no ochina so ko yuhwe ma na hunu say opani na asem okan no say bi na nyina so ani ma na say nya asema ye no kra hu say ye tuturu mi ka so abuaten enti me de meka na say ye nhwehwem na baby a pepepe eda no ye fan to baby a eda but I mean the premise is very important say obi biara bia obetene won sa organ ani so a journalist so a doctor so a trotroni so opamade say oso de bi oso no mo kan ayi no wan fa emra kwase emra na nche say ye mo treat nipa anase household to nipa anase ntocha nipa but unu torture obani betima che torture wasem obi so na emra nim ni ye ka torture nkasa torture ne say wo timi ko ya ade chin wo timi ba adwuma nti eto da so a se mo amu ye journalist yetimi ma story ne ye de
so bia na ntisa ayu ya sha brantie adwuma ye 2 years ago no di kan ko twa photo no bebi okotwa ye no and or some fix the country and or some post the same picture no 2 years ago no be draw attention say masa 2 years ago story picture the buy no cast na go na yes na atibio until he need to go and verify say am passes sanity it here one 2 years ago twa ye no and dem fum so bi ama ho na imposition na security threat na to say okokotwa we na nsen ya no eno ne medical twa eno imposition threat bia me twa na nsen ya eno the imposition threat how
Adekye so wo hwe issues na there are two separate issues and o mari ni mi no a enye yisa abribia no fa contest no na contest hwe contest ni the fact say otimi twa ya sebi ya nso ni mu no enche sa de na wo ye wa mu mra kwa so unless of course ye nyina ebetima ja tum say 2 years ago no of amra kwa so ni try me a hono kura anya masem the procedure no kura anya masem because up to the procedures no ethical standards yeah the ethical standards na near just supposed to ethical standards with the position of the law e dey na emra no so yeah dey can because so we journalists kura na no matter interest be a wo carry whether national interest and also individual interest now it has to be conform with the law I say from rakwaso 2 years ago no so obumra so na yen huna no nche say another year no obumra so ayenya no menya so say
this year no this year do try wabumra so
me say ono admit say first of all call on false pretense ono admit matie ni interviews o kan say ade o kan say okoye no he ended up doing a different things and the anokra no say be and nada na say atrose my da koka but enya kokra na me dey mehwe what is more important ne say at the end of the day no okoye no na sa installation ho no na baby a na so otwa si photo no na emra ma ho kwan say otwa na say mo onye de no ntwa that is the first issue lawyer for better said the court e free issues you raise issues no and say na court na tena say aka say issues no ho mu ayeye de in the first question they say na ade na otwa na emra ma ho kwan say otwa na say mo onye de no ntwa
okay.
Another question so say bi so obumra so kra na ekwan a ono sie say national security de fa so no sa ekwan no na mra no so kire say national security nya de emfa so ana second question no answer ne say kalepu de ma different narrative national security for so ma different narrative mumie nya botre ma ye ntutru mika enra na whole state institution down just because of one individual's narrative afenso yan hwe yenso a we also be unfair to one individual say kogo gina national security so e de etia enti me kwasi kwate ya mete ha say bi a me no o ma me position say na me say judge echa asema me kan say opani kuda wa asem nie national security wa asem so e de enie yan nyina ho ne yan hwehwem I mean this is not the first time I hu SSS every any security apparatus whether say national security enti ni say opani kalakuda asem wa kan e betima ya asema e de e no kre na mum until say ye benya independent body no ma hwehwem ne ehunu pepepe ye de pepepe ya to ba bi e da no entimi se bi entutu mi kan ka say asema si ana obenti na anye de anye na dwumaji wotena national security ze nya no kre yesi kọ na doctor examine se bi torture na wo ka no ye di tuo ne ball wa na se wo so ogun ye butu ba se ba akoko kan me kwasi kwa tap to na ye mwanwa ye ebra se bi wo try to read tribal sentiment into it so buza se wo free he opani ejakwa bra buza se wo free he a eno kire se bi wo tribe e na tribe ya mebo ana enti for uhwe nipa na nkasa ne nsem keka na no yie ne no ma bi okeka buoni beka se aso no ankasa no owo already prejudice position e wo nsem bi ho because you be say na wo free him me free asante atem do me abra me ho na me free edi enti na metima ka se oh opani ni me ka se me free asante atem do me abra bo hu se me asante ni enti no obet obabu me bebre sa na opani ni kan enti wo hwe ne nsem keka enyina so photo ko try ya ti do sa twi photo ne san ye ene ne conduct no ma bi opani o se ya torture na de kyen o si adwuma mu wo hwe ni nyina me hu ne se yen conclude but yen call for investigation na ye for to be eda
na asemu ya asema ye ta na asemi se bia san ba ho bio ye kan akosi ba bia na asemi se bia san ba ho bio sa tribal sentiment ni na asefo ni na e ba ho nyina no as we speak no minimum says bia national security for so to me be no say e bi on bisa no kan set sen ana set sen ntino asem no it's getting very interesting Adekye say nyina need develop ba Emma conversation no emu bia na ebie obi be bisa say lawyer ma me ko unia aparado so say dey see ye no wogi dey say sakedi kan to anamo bi o kan say aya wo so west wo gon dey no ye dey tutu we hu ye no kra e fa tutu ma ne ye sa so da na commission to anamo bi kan say ye nye bibi 1 or 2 bi emfa sa brutality sa e bia national security for betumi aye no ho so ye tu sa na mo na ka we betumi asi ye ntu no so no ene de omo ye no e call say restriction na nkofo ka no so and as a committee ni kan no commission ni kan no ene se dey nso nkofo so kire say ye hwe ne ye restructure national security no ye betumi aye on bibia ma na tumi aye ye kan nyina mu nua say ye be ne se na tumi abo ye nyina so man
ejakwabna
yes sir
say ye be man no kre adi animu kan a kamini akwesi kwate on brese I'm not paying many no. He's in a very difficult position because now buying our home. And you know, in all cases, I was to make KBBA Sabe. A bema I will defend our buying. Minia. you situate the whole thing in a broader perspective. Yeah, the young constitution and the buye mind. Article 200. Actually, what the police service can do. 200 now sign coffee that catch her and say, no other institution will beat me a raise police force. It's even the police station that national security. They have no business.
No, they talk of
there.
armed force. I think it's clear. Not police. They use armed.
I'm talking about Article 200 that speaks about the police service. So just take your phone, look at the Constitution and read it. No other state organization any bit to me a raise security, a police force under them, apart from the police service. Article 83 and establishing National Security Council. No, are on my penny and the chairperson of the National Security Force. 84 and the mat to me say the national to establish agencies under the national security. Where do and even for them to even establish anything like that, it must be backed by a law and an act of parliament. And now offer 162 so establishing the independence of the media, freedom of the media. So what's your now catch and say, ye near Caleb, any to me. Now ka watch ye mrakwa a koti say mbra which say, but you could trust symphony no. Only to me obey to be a symphony. There is no law. So no promise sorry no pa. Now me the paper a book piece of me. You cannot take photograph here. I don't say mbra. Because you work kwanya you faso mbra e wo ye man.
I said national security installations, you know. HSI is so sensitive to the security of the country.
What is so sensitive about the car parker? Your parking cars is here no. Where is the sensitivity of cars? I mean, no, you did car to. What is so sensitive about it? What is sensitive about the car parker? I buy me no yesika e go on mo na say. So let's not try to justify this. Era Samjona ekasa about the culture of silence. But what Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, and then that in the last 5 years to suppress free speech. When the NDC you started to about speak out, because you hudiana ekoso. And you Caleb Kuda, the first journalist, National Security for Akwakwachina Abuno. Yet modern Ghana for the end. But because modern Ghana was a small media house in quotes, and it is not affiliated to any of the big media houses, no. Then we rubbish modern Ghana at the end. And modern Ghana at the end, but it is the same national security. And the TC, and I'm coaching modern Ghana journalists too, no. And one came out to give an account. Even Sabi, my phone ya mikitei. If you want to access information on my phone, no police officer has the power unless through a court order. But I don't see no more. You could tell modern Ghana for computers. When they knew so-called national security knew say, I was said, the court no more order. But even the question is, after the Ayawaso West Wugon, and you see, won't mean separate Ayawaso West Wugon. You know why? Because the man in the center of Ayawaso West Wugon, Azugu, is still the man in the center of Kalekuda arrest. It's, you know, I don't know how Uber disentangle Ayawaso from this issue. Because when Ayawaso, a commission of inquiry was set up, and now the email short so they her lordship Henrietta Mensah Bonsu, they came out with a report and made recommendations. And you stating what should happen to Azugu in any proper democracy. Kabana IGP are resigning on this Kalekuda issue. Because Azugu has no business being at national security. Because that was one of the recommendations. He acted so unprofessional. He has no professional training as a police officer to even man a unit. And the recommendation said it. So what is he still doing at national security? But you know what? He is their poodle. So they are comfortable keeping him there. The same report has suggested the disbandment of that military or police force at the national security. So why are they still there? na kwesi kwati ntia catch race omo ambo Caleb. Granted, it's Caleb's accounts. But omo kwa chizo no. Ye nyina ye police force a omo di wura city FM. It's ye TPS FM here, ye TUTV here na no pay. Na sebio ebia afia mo friend is afia pokua. Akwa twa picture bi o baby. Na ye ba be chia na prince ascend the picture bi am afia na ye ba be chia afia. Omo be chia afia o car park na. Ye di tuo 3 different cars near the stormy UTV Hanomo. If there was professionalism, what do? The first thing is that mobile approach management of the TV and our radio station. So we have one report about in custody. When we no be now images now so sensitive say you say oseni bra messy you be inviting ako. You will kwanya e so effective arrest e wo kromo anomo. O share act 30 na share act 29 na criminal code na ya kire kwanya ye so effective arrest. O first Rambo style no enko chase oba so oba be arrest no for what offense?
Say bi no ka say asam no na omo security eye no and security mind no ehunu say ade na branch ne ye no poses a threat to our national security.
So 2 years ago when he posted the same pictures and posed threats, the same images no and posed threats 2 years ago. Meaning, all this government is seeking to do, all they are seeking to do is to suppress press freedom. And one it's no omu die huna omu die tuo ene huna for. But you see, there is a bigger picture we are losing sight of. What we saw in the just ended elections, and it's when the NDC speaks, because we are a political organization, journalists, you tend not to be critical of some of the things we put out. But in some like prophecies, there is a book, Killing Democracies. The first thing you do is polarize the media. And then you hold the media in bondage. Now they are as a media anymore. And let me know, say, the media is more scared to criticize NPP than they were to criticize the previous administrations of the NDC.
Really?
Because they are a lot of your colleagues have suffered quietly. And I mean, I say, I can't touch her. Touch her. And I say, you do tea, you water bowl in Kwao.
No, no, we can give us the legal definition.
So touch her. Hey, yes, sir. You tiwa, you bring
at 29 now reference.
If you touch her, and I say, you bo, you do a shebebi, you meow Kwao. That is what we call mental torture. Even just sitting behind counterback, there the handcuffs say, that one alone is torture. It's, you cannot sit here. And the issue of tribal sentiments. One of the things I mean here, and I say, I don't do politics of tribalism because they are dangerous, but we cannot rule it out. Let's not condemn it. Rather, no, I agree with him, say, investigate it. Because he went further to say, one of the officers passed the comments. And that informed him, say, on Kasoya Igbedi. No, maybe. Or say, there was a comment about West probably before Yebisan about Ufihino. So the statement that was made by the officer was what scared him. If that is true, then it is a serious issue.
National security, I mean, we can't be doing this. National security,
then the issue about the GJA president and his initial reaction. Very, very unfortunate. And now now we must now to say, oh baby, are you bonia? The mother in you or the father in you, the first thing you do is say, "Undi kind short of answer." You will be such a day in see here. Undi kind and two banner out. And then the owners of City FM, Bernard Avle, the general manager, NSMS, so their initial comments, to even come out and tell the world, say, yes, money honorable. But a lot of you journalists, because I have a lot of friends who are journalists, have gone out at Nsroma, but you've ended up bringing stories. And those have been your breaking news. Why in Nsroma they talk about breaking news, Embra? Why? Because nobody plans any breaking news. Maybe what? Unnam Kroma, na story be a P. And then quickly you do it. So for the managers of City FM, almost first statement, when I listened to Bernard Avle say, even though when they went there, they no one smart Caleb. No. I was like, Jesus Christ. Caleb has no business working at City FM. Because at that material moment, journalists be any honor, Sabi, or Soriano. No so kwa ye Juma. Now on no share story a ye juice ya. Or be friend your office, let's keep permission answer. It doesn't work like that anywhere. And ye Juma, and it doesn't work like that anywhere. It's, you know, for even the owners to come out and say, now almost man, so he was not on official duty. How many journalists have been on official duty from this story?
Say based on the question, to
say it on national television and radio, say, yes, man, imagine UTV. What story? Now story no about them, and I say you arrest too because unna baby and so na UTV got na baby ka say omo asuma ho obedi yaw. Because most of the stories you bring, you small answer now the aba. But your job tells you, and you see, who carry constitution in the crowd, who was study say, unya story be as be embo minor, or they be back to the foe, no be any whom come.
It's legal processes.
You see, when you talk about legal processes and ethics, meaning what is non-ethical about reporting wastage of state resources? What is non-ethical? What is the role of the journalist then? If the journalists only have to report things that favor the government, you are the fourth estate. You duty, and they say you keep government on their toes. So for this government, any story that a journalist does, I am putting them in a good light. You know, it is unethical. Are we going to reduce governance to people who only sing your praise? And that is what these people are telling us. And I just want to say, you see, the issue of national security and the restructuring of national security. In this last elections, Accra Heya Ablekuma, a young girl was shot by a so-called national security operative. The girl lost her life. The case is in court. Say, yeah, the aya was so yeah, Juma. That's a young president, no. So I call the Yembra na or no sabi. Or the year Juma. We should not have incidences of national security carrying arms all over. For the first time in our elections, I have been an MC before. I have been head of MUSEC before. I have sat on election management task forces. In fact, and polling stations. The only people on election they were allowed to carry guns. And military patrols never come around. You know. But in these elections, we saw national security operatives having pistols by their waistbands. Our Manenam polling stations. In Ayawa, we saw it. The recommendations that came raised similar arguments from the Short Commission. Said all those things should not happen. On 7th December 2020, national security operatives were going around with guns. That is what resulted in Ablekuma Central incident now. It's only 2 years lady new. So there are too many incidents. I was saying now, you call your out. You catch a Ekufuado, then I buy and say, enough is enough. He is the chairman of the National Security Council. So if we have to blame anybody on the excesses of national security, we will blame Ekufuado direct. We cannot put the blame past anybody.
Hey, be a national security for so information be a privy to. I no to no mujina so to me de soldier police for the don call
city.
Hey, be no information be nim. A very sensitive information.
More information and come call honor that by now you and I would have known. You see, if you have even sensitive information, the Rambo star now they call them no, does not make the information sensitive. Because you see, it is an intelligence gathering agency. It is an intelligence gathering. Where is the intelligence in national security? Onwe Juma is to gather intelligence. Eshime sent me off a Kandapan and all this mess is happening. And he was the same person as Minister of National Security when Ayawa so happened. And I'm going to say, Ekufuado Amaimbuono, a year, same wine. in the same old bottle. Nothing has changed. Otherwise, some of us were pained when some of these people were approved as ministers by Parliament. Because you see, Ambrose Derry is still the interior minister. The police comes under Ambrose Derry. Nitiwi is still the defense minister. The military force under him. Kandapa is still the minister for national security. And he has a responsibility for national security. And now, a recommendation was made by a commission of inquiry. And go and read the constitution and the powers of the commission of inquiry, some recommendations. Nasha said, if a Kufuado has done Ghana any good by still maintaining Azugu, the question I still ask is, what is Azugu still doing at national security? When a recommendation was made, and that one the president accepted. Who's the white paper no claim no accept it, Azugu they not accept it. So why is Azugu still in charge of the SWAT unit at national security? Why is even the SWAT unit still there at national security? When the commission of inquiry recommended, say, yeah, this man, this are units. No.
And no food for thought. Jataba, Ejabata, then to say, if MPP women organizer, if the national women organizer of MPP had 8 excavators, I wonder how many the rest of the national executive got.
How many
no one said integrity does not submit to lies. They came to still kill and destroy. And Nana Danko Kufuado doesn't want Ghana fixed. He thinks of his family and friends, party, Hiensika. Greetings to Hajia Mariama Ibrahim Jifa, former parliamentary candidate for Amasaman constituency. Fred Mensanyako says, everything about you is anyway, Fred, I don't get what you are saying. Me too, what someone say. So will be a facufa from here. Jack 1 appear say, please can this destroyed excavator be given to our 48 or 49 engineers to be used for our bridges and roads construction rather than being destroyed? Also, I say Bisano will be sending mood. Kojua Sempa Furniture was I'm watching live from Kojua Sempa Furniture was a Dum Kumasi. Abdul Basid Zongo Pania also congratulations to okay. And remember say Makin Kadera. Atani Mako say I'm watching from Barcelona, Barcelona City. Please, you can't take pictures at the security zone. Stop politics. Let's do the right thing. Medan say Eric Chere say tell the NDC man that we have laws and bylaws. You can't just take your cameras to anywhere to take pictures just because you are a journalist. Tell him 2016 the same Efeopukua he is referring to was beaten up at the NIHIS office. He should speak as if he is a church elder. The national security is fixing the country from Sunyane. Eric Chere. Sunyane, whether say Kofi Amo say all what this man is saying has no understanding. Ewun Thomas Edu Baba, what is the host doing? Some of you are even afraid of asking simple question. Abba, okay, means Roche, means Rubia. They say baby no, baby sa. As some I exhaust up until do baby say bisa. He baby sa their fancy. So what question people say bisa so Fabra baby sa their ma wate me dance. Gido Ajarama for say. Okay, I mean share we. Ata ni mako. Criticizes and politics is the bad behavior of you. These people stop. Oh, okay. I hear Nancy be over. Who said okay. Bernard, Yaka manabesi BSc. Still ya dasoka. Ususu said the man for call for restructuring of national security. They say to me, yeah, so kwambe so ne mfanya no se na be ya national security be say national security a wo mo enhunsam enkonkoba in this negative way say bio other rumor
Mameka say they can Dapa led national security has become the most violent the most disorganized national security yehu ewo oman and it is with so much pain and amedeka sansemi in particular say me I have been a victim my personal experience say me a rally in support of the struggling people of Togo, and you can sell national security to come and pick me up. Throw me in the bucket of pickup with a gun on my head. Almost say me find my phone cramp and me friend my lawyer, they will blow my head off. What did I do? We followed procedure via ASA Yemfa. Police ne Yankasaye. We gave them 11 days notification. Now on the day of the event, you send Kwesi Ofori and that they come and do the kind of things they have done. To date, report Amosi or Motrono and buy it. The same national security, in the case of the raid of the Modern Ghana news outlet,
Modern Ghana.
Or more year report. Over 2 years near report no. Report no. In the case of Manasseh Azuri Awuni, okoye militia in the castle. Moye investigations, Manasseh Kuramponu, they had to fly him clandestinely out of Ghana. Later, national security Nankasa Jia Tumuse, then Manasseh's life was at risk, so they will provide him with security. That is not a compliment. Say, all of a sudden, wait me who say, by your own folly, individual's life are at risk. Now you decide that the man is not even safe. Police be eternity. So the man is not even comfortable. Nobody wants to have that kind of thing around you, because that even exposes you, baby, okobia, nenipe who say, ona obey. And so the man's life is at risk. We saw what they did to Edward Adekye in Upper East region. And if you want, I will list Umaru Sanda. Say, okay, Umaru Sanda, they just apprehended him in the middle of the streets. Or for video say, you want to search my car in this awkward manner, I'll take video. They threatened to beat the hell out of him. No investigations have been done. I don't want to talk about Ahmad Swari, because Kennedy Ajapan is now even threatening. Said the security know who caused the death of Ahmed Swalia or Monkashwi, and that he want to expose them. And now, David Temekulo of WhatsApp News.
Yeah.
How many?
The list is endless.
You want to go on and on and on and on. And this is what we are suffering under Kandapa as Minister for National Security. This is what we are suffering. And in the case of Caleb, then Ekosiye. Minya, let me tell you, as for torturing, you don't know what will happen. If they hold you here, lift here and they give you blows here, nobody will know that they have beaten you.
Mona, menka say intimacy you.
Daddy, what you say? You bet me at you. Now you deal her, Master. They will beat you here. Master, now why you say no crampo. So they can frustrate you. I have done this. Now, who say Basse or Moshushemu and reporter. Modern Ghana journalist report. In any case, I
was calling for an independent investigation.
In any case, in the instance that Omobachi, with all the evidence, say Nsroma police 11 cleared this. What did the police say? The police said that I was doing an illegal demonstration. In the first place, it was not a demonstration, it was a rally. And it is not the first time the police will come to write something in order that, and this thing have been happening all the time. So if you are asking the police that Omombeye Omo account, citizens' rights will be trampled upon. Today,
me say is police account and a boy no so account. That be so me school to me. Because my men can cast man or parametry. Me say police account and a Caleb so account. And the independent investigators. But that's what we're running some kind of that.
What is Azubu still doing there?
That is a question that we can also interrogate. But right now, I was answering to Bernard's question.
Okay.
And
that's it.
So what can
Bana de na wo yi anu
da bi me man ka hwe amfa ne de no kura afi na me ba be ka bi afa
Itu we na kwa mu ni
no da bi kwatensi tie kwatensi na akwa no o say ne okọ national security hall say okọ akoye no ona nkasa num enye no na okoye nti kwaten oni Aziz minua mo call school no you went to obtain certificate nti Aziz ko dru ho a onya ayire no wanware no
what the compared to a great
so you go to an event
but Aziz nkowia obi yere so wokọ na wan fa kwan so amfa yere no a was mo ka Aziz call UDS no okonya oba o dem wan kofo obi fofo yere
me kasa o kasa ina
me to scenario na me kire so Aziz call wo mi Aziz
anti wo na only scenario
so nchiriche mu no se wan kowia
obi yere
we dey
na we na obi
we dey bisa se ma kan
wan kowia
wan fa ma kwan so
amfa de the stories ba aka kire say vehicles bia na ye toy a eda ho vehicles no that so ewo ho you are not distributing you are not using it for productive purposes
over 6 years
what you say enti me ko hu 2 years ago no ma me nko hwe eda so wo ho at the time that people are calling for fix the country no vehicles that will be of use no wa jai amano e pro ho and you know the baby a ewo no unim that zone when you put a vehicle there for even 1 week sea breeze
yeah
it leads to the vehicle getting rusty. Okofanwa unim near eba. Most parts of the vehicle, no one say yeah, you can just take it with your hand and you take it off because of the sea breeze. Unim sa. Then for more than 5 years,
6.
Na vehicles no that's what.
What is the conditions of the vehicle?
I mean, you can't say baby a one.
Na so do wodwene se na be we na ache no na ka na kasa na eye movable car e betumi atu akoba bi
must look out
asema wo so ebusa no cars ne matche na aka 12 a ne condition no enya car betumi
say na o ba host program na mo akasa na okay metina se o mo kasa wi ana ma ba mu
wo awie nti wo na mebisa no aba nti the kind of condition we are consider no so say be a car no certain condition
how will you know the condition of the car
what
ultra picture what me condition
that be so man beka say cars me ko hu 2 years ago cars no that so then we can begin to find out near AC
ask about it yeah.
What was happening this was in relation to fix the country campaigner yo and yes sir
where he mischievously posted the picture and then he also posted last year
kwai onje ho me kakra this is at the time fix the country campaign na obi kwa kwahwe say you have not fixed the vehicle usage over 500 vehicles na ida hono yemfa no say ba ku bia no odi amanipa na oye driver how many people would you have employed
that's 500
how many people would you have employed
500
so you are aware by the fact that odi manipa and drivers alone are going to be created you have created 500 drivers. And of course, their dependents will come in. Yamfane say each of the drivers had just 3 dependents. So 1,500 people would have improved their lives. That would have been part of fixing the economy.
There were 12 cars. Get the facts right. There were 12 cars there.
You refuse to do all this. And as a Siano, the Ecosiano was the most disappointing one coming from the GJA president. Me ankasa minua afel money. Say why? He didn't seek permission. Journalism is about seeking permission to unearth information.
Then no story would have come out.
Journalism is about more stories be
amoyen. The kind of information.
Stories na amoyen.
But when confidentiality, you will know this.
Minua to
Bernard, the microphone off.
What do you say? Stories be amoyen no. You enter into communities. Muko do baby crampo na mo pese mo mbisa obi question na o say that be onjin tuma. You still take the person and say that uko bisa papa we asem and or say on kashwi. And yes sir, because you take the stories and go there. And that has been the reason why yetimi aye anasemo stories. And dear na President Akufo-Addo Ekanye, or see, or Babe, you see the Anas principle to fight graft.
Or nobody a corrupt thing over here.
But see, or Babe, you see Anas principle. TMU. Say, Siano, even semi-Anas principle is not permitted. Semi-Anas principle. Inti Anas has run away and gone to hide. After Oye and number 12, no. Our President D say Obaje 5 million. Vice President D Obaje 2 million. Many minister say Obaje 2 million. And somebody in Ocean and a football team formation.
Football people.
5-3-2-1 formation. And no na omode bae. After that, Anas has been quiet. But the Anas principle now, President Akufo-Addo Ankasa Eka say, Obabe use it to fight and to combat corruption in this country. No? Anas himself is struggling to find life. And no, and Emma says, journalism in this country. And when I woke up this morning, I told you that the newspapers are predictable.
Yeah, the front pages are open.
Just go and take it. Power crisis, not money problem.
It should all sing the praise of the president.
Then almost government saves 2.7 billion. Another one, government saves 1.42 billion. Another one, government saves 1.5 billion. So one story from the minister for energy, Minister for Energy, in one breath, 2.7 billion has been saved. In another breath, 1.4 billion. In another breath, power crisis, not money issue. In another breath, 1.5 billion. So which one is which? So these newspapers are actually part of the problem. When they are part of the problem.
And I said, those story paper, there are other stories.
So it appears that
the problem is stories in promote to buy. But not problem or no. Or problem or one say story no. A promote to buy. So more PPS no more
na Bernard can say story back or say $2.4 million.
2.7.
So $2.7 million. The same story with other people. So 1.42. 1.42. Another 1.5.
No government provided the test companies. Newspapers are reporting the story. I don't see about
and Bernard
when you have a national security or you have a president, ono ankasa na set a short commission so omon probe and omon fa recommendations in bra. The email short commission, look at the caliber of persons our Mokoye report. Now the president rubbishes the report and tells the commission that Mokoye Jumano, you don't even know the work that you were supposed to do.
It's not true.
That was in effect. Say, and this was given to Kojo Opom Nkrumah, sorry, fellow. And Onwan Kasebeka say the commission exceeded its remit.
Yeah.
In that, Okase Sam George, muna mobisa a question no. Na Sam George na was the center of it no. Aden na mano eyi commission no say mo o say dabi when you provoke you must be slapped.
Hey, Bernard.
Because provocation is equal to slap.
They exceeded
you rubbish the Commission of Inquiry's report. Commission, no, what did they say? They said that we should streamline and align the security in this country. Because Yeko do commission no near Kanda Paka was totally at variance with what Brian Achampon said. Near Brian Achampon Kanye was at variance with what the Minister for National Minister for Interior Okaye. Near the police commander at Legon Kaye. Onokrambo no nim said nipa say but ono ne rejection. Onim said this operation was going to take place. Near the director of operations Kaye was different. Inti omuka say, in order that we can have a security that works, mun align the security in this country. You rubbish that. And then after rubbishing it, the individuals that man security to bring about that calamity, no, President Akufo-Addo promoted them hook, line, and sinker.
Recommendation say abide government the power and or the year Juma so
a commission of inquiry. You brought him a short to come and disgrace him. You brought Professor Henry Mentor to come and disgrace. Obia wama my friend say criminal code
no annotated no, I'm not sure.
Annotated no. Ono no de ba ya ye de and the police are using it. You bring that person, they expect to come and sit down. You
former
tell,
IGP.
and then you come and tell them that what humiliation is this? No, listen. When all the things you said,
some of the recommendations,
what information did you give?
What information you say? You can't white paper. Say, what your layman's opinion? You say, I buy issue white paper on the commission's recommendation. Say,
why are you doing this?
Say, maybe person buzo. Say, so say I buy what say, what buy and you be crowd. White paper, let say.
But even the ones he accepted, he's not acted on them. Why is Azugu still?
At the end of the
Why
day,
is Azugu still there?
Your problem is Azugu.
There is quietude in the society. Nipa bebre.
Obiya shows up ekasa.
Salamonye bi ansa
Dabi nipa bebre enkasa. And that is a major threat to our democracy.
Yeah.
Say, we have a silent majority.
I don't know something I can, you know.
And that when they are keeping quiet, and when you hold your mouth and you don't talk, the day you open it up, the stench that will come out. So the government must be told in its face, say, by threatening individuals
at risk
and using your security to huna Ghanaians, it's not the solution to the myriad of problems now Ghanaians fix the economy, fix the country, and then we will all be at peace.
Masaudu Bantama say from Masaudu Bantama Kumasi, I urge all Ghanaians to be patient with President Kufuor. President Kufuor's government, and he's very committed and determined to fix all the socio-economic problems in the country. In regards to Honorable Nana Kwame Asamoah Boateng, Jacobu DC. Chire Nikin say, taking pictures of someone's property is even against the law. We must stop this unnecessary politics. How can you video our national security and you think because politics is cool? Anyway, one also the other benefit. Now, when so say, Ochecheni Korea skin say, Bernard Mona, your microphone is live. Ochecheni King said the lady was called through phone, but she declined. That was why they came like that. Until one friend one corner and normally Rambo style. Brr, obura ho. Ochecheni King.
To respond to an invitation, hey, optional. Exactly. So and when you want to arrest there are procedures for arrest.
Okay.
That is not a procedure for arrest.
Okay.
Just by tapping your shoulder you're under arrest is enough to arrest you and place you under arrest. Unfair now got your bar machine guns, police cars.
Now according to a mamisha, a bit of say or national security for fast here in Ukraine. It will be a some in the phone because say the caliber no phone.
It is wrong.
And
it is wrong.
Some journalists who to me so bet me for so I get information.
Yes.
Security so bet you for
you know what
deceit.
Your friend is saying WikiLeaks 18 years. That was to break into the heart of the American security system.
In fact, what happened to Julian Assange now? Julian Assange, then they say atom.
What
has happened to Julian Assange now?
Like nothing has happened to him.
No, I'm saying
that happened to him.
No, only say we are to Julian Assange.
They tried to see him. And say now they have him. But it is wrong.
Nothing has happened to him. Did you see that they went with guns to go and do?
Oh yeah, where say Julian Assange is currently facing prosecution.
But
that is
due process. And yes, sir.
At some point, you will say,
what was that?
And I'm saying use due process.
What they say on what you know?
Julian Abeka just say
one Johnny Uncle share Ecuador embassy.
No problem. But I'm saying at some point you the question you are aware. Of course we can do raise arguments about
that's what we don't embassy.
Yes,
the way you know.
Okay. So he's facing prosecution.
Yemba back to Asama Yekan. Eja kwabena. Oh say we nyanum David Bernard.
I thought we were going to talk about Galamsey.
we took things lightly. And it's going round. When you say, "Who the Bibia could do?" It is small.
Benya.
This thing we are talking about did not start under Akufo-Addo. But after Akufo-Addo, no, one man of fertilizer and one man of suo. As a because we were doing identity cards. So okay,
Master.
Student.
Bernard, you
were calling me master. You
Gabriel, say good morning, Ejakwamna. God bless you and your crew. Please, our leaders always talk about education. Do we learn to teach? Mutie Abrantia Ibi or the Baye pa Gabriel Dokpo. Or say, please, our leaders always talk about education. Do we learn or teach something about environment? Please, every rich and blessed country depend on 3 things. 1, water or rivers. 2, forest or land. 3, animals. So Ghana has a very big problem. Thank you. I know that the Abako Galamsey Muno. Yesha Yesio, Yesha Yakwaye, Yesha China for 1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute.
No, that's about 1 minute. So we must have
now 1 minute. Now what?
David, they be able point. Omo person mu yi. Nsroma American omo mi not team. Maybe 1 minute is different.
Galamsey, member operator. Galamsey. So far, operation omo ye gidi. And here video be principal to say video ma ya.
Say 1 minute you have.
Say me dey ma say be duru so asa so mpe.
Oh, it will not be.
Galamsey no, say be aduro ne say. Mi ukuma say video yi ba abonten no. The soja ni Chinese ni e ba abonten no. Principal ko na e ba abonten China ni na ya che no. Aha we. When I was in Kumasi na meti no so ame. Me fie achi na China phobia behind feel down ho. Omo de pipes akese Ghana water for you see. Ombe yi na najo. E di fi wo. E kwam say amedwunu wa na bi say omo de kwa de no so omo ye water project bi o ba bi. But we ba na me hu say omo boa. Hwe kwa mo fa so ye no. Womo at the pipes na hodo mi no, one hose kese no. E ye 2. Ba ku ye outlet. Ana ba ku so ye inlet. Ba ku twi nsuo e de aka obi omu to gold na kwa ohoro ho no. Na ba ku so ade so fina duro no wo mu na samba back to esubontin mu. E na wo ho na ye hwe no. Until they might be doing their work some meters away from esubontin no. A wo gini say bi anya omo nse nsuo no. But the pipe is go come lay at the far asase na echo.
So what stops them from even pouring the water away?
Eti say the akoko bay and ye China ni minimum de ebe ne de. Any excavators here shishi na e say atiwa empotem ho. Ye shishi bi e see ye say ye women organizer. Million ya back enti jamfu a ono excavators makomako nwotwe ye say e ka ho ono ye legal money na asefo no. Okuna ye ko no operado etsen yeko yanim emra na omde ye adwuma no ye say no kra mra na ye so tight no security phone to be nyom adwuma ye. What do we need to do?
Eneba me nupe na mekafa Galamsey into kwahu. The first one is that President Akufo-Addo a fairly Ghana for in our own to na onfa a chopper e ma Ghana for obe catchire ye yina say obe kwetia Galamsey say if it even means say the presidency no the better one no more na wakwetia Galamsey a ene the tia na say party yeska nti party for shia General Secretary Timubi we are in America yin eti audio no General Secretary Timubi Minister Akufo-Addo apam so on share environment na so Timubi e na ye che forest in Sase o kofa ha because he hears ika e dey am MPP amanyoko no. So the president himself has failed us. Emra NDC amanyoko no a year press conferences at the Ghana Trofo a call various Galamsey sites in Suano at the culture was there. Intro any contempo na yen wure Akufo-Addo a try and say or Kwetia Galamsey na yampa. Na MPP in penny 4 any dear nimu and the air Galamsey no. Once again, the paid media.
The paid media.
The paid in quotes, the paid media. About the catcher and saying because the MPP put up a spirited defense. And then as a kitchen for your question the machines. Say yampo, me. But then Chebebre, and a kitchen for Kasafa, road minister. And was the road minister here at work when you know, and we just Kedeni Kwine.
So no sir, a doctor.
We had the response that came from the communications wing of the Etiwa constituency. And they called Kijimfua in quotes, Galamsey Queen. I am in America. Sabe, a poncherani fin so as the cultural say, Abwa Denchemewa. Sabe, me am in consumers in the many wine made the change. But all these things happened. Then the second thing I'll say about Galamsey, when the fight was on, I say Aisha. It's same, same, who know you would have South Africa Ghana for.
To say,
sir, Aisha na chain no Mujaya. What difference was it going to make for Ghana? So, because Aisha was a known Galamsey kingpin, and now queenpin. Let me use the word queenpin. Now in China, Chinese for Ghana, you know, she was like the main person who seen a swa, Ubenya mining.
About Ghana time bay.
Aisha became an institution.
About Ghana time bay.
It in Yaduma Kayense so Aisha Muno. The best example we could have set was prosecute Aisha, put her behind bars, and let her face her loss. What did the China ambassador on the country Ghana say? We didn't tell you Aisha Manakwai. The ambassador herself said it. Say, the Chinese don't know Ghana. They don't know anywhere. It is all about the born in our chum, Namu mean Panisham, Nambi. Why then you blame China? And then 3 or 4 days ago, you were 2-4. Let's summarize it. I was mobile mean, catch them say, dear Matrama and one I'm in Brameka. But what the moon fan is a galam, say, I'm Tunipa, Missing a jai. To me in a enjoy. A yabibu. I saw 2-4 can, you know. A yabibu can say, or say, what the moon fan is say. Me. And I'm tupa. Me, I'm yet the ultimate beneficiary. Me, me, 2 galam say, me pa. Me see me jai. Me see me jai. What you say? On my penny feature, Chebi. I want to Galamsey headquarters.
Headquarters and pa. Say, oh, come here, who is to be brave or who?
Me see Chebi. Obianim.
Wako Western region.
Oh, Maza, Obianim, the effect of Galamsey. And I'm so my penny. Or Chebi the Bia. Oh, the state of. On one crew, on one feature. As I say, 2-4 can, I say me, and I'm a year. Or the fan say me, and I tuning in the breme. Me say me jai. Obianim so 2-4 to Galamsey. Obianim say 2-4 party in Koshia and say party here sika. But MPP General Secretary in Crawford Kwame Tom say party here sika. So Akufo-Addo is the ultimate beneficiary of Galamsey. It is also a jai there. Jai. Asema no 2-4 kana bebu na se ni.
Nta sana wo
tia. And Osaika say, yeah, yes, shame with them. Then man no be no mundu 30. O man no more than no mundu 30 because of COVID protocol. I say, yeah, yes, shame with them no. Yeah, in fact they say 30% of yeah o hanom no. Ye di to Ghana Galamsey ni na. Ye ni nyina ye ho. And the truth be told, o man no more than him no. Ministers to be, MPC to be, security operatives to be. O mo nyina to be. And yeah, it's a American. This was what Otumfo a can. Or say 30% of your Asia, meaning the 30 na no then no 10. Asante Regional Minister, Minister for Minia Abuja for Wubi. And then penny for omo come on ko ye.
Abebom no kasa.
Abebom na me kire wase no.
Ntinye se no ono na nti ase no.
Ya
pom na etu.
Ya wo ye to akonya ho. Nti ohene kasa. Sabe. Ya ti ase. Na some o kan o kan yo sere ya no dey we hu. O say na sabi the papa mu a culture of silence na ye ka no. Man ni obia bu ase obia kasa ase ne bo so say Otumfo ba be kasa so a mudi ka kwani ten ka tell say na brana be kan dey ama no me be ka bibia na ye me na make Otumfo na ka ye so me dada abuba me che me na ka ye nyina etie tape ni bi say culture of silence na samjo na ye ka no. There are 2 forms of it. There is the one that will reach out to you in a nice way, gentleman. So, Oba, they can't say, that's what they try doing to the Otumfo. But I don't mean Gadi Otumfo. And he exposed them there. Because, Mopese Kutia Galamsey, now Mopese Oka Adekye Boa. You don't go and give him a written speech. Momani free will. Sombra Mekasa. Na Enkuntia. But you go to him before the day to go and plead with him, say, my man can't. Your person can. Na ombra make kasa in a specific way. Meaning say mobile be can kasa senebo. That is the first approach to culture of silence. The second one, need the national security operatives near now. Almost sorry, near the two, near the Hunan microphone. And that is exactly what is happening in this country. And that is the same way you're Quentia Galam saying. It's a cosmetic. The last one I'll touch on, I made them ask Messi, the burning of excavators. Sabi, nipa krona or tsnase, a dream, say, yenshi excavators, no. Nipa no sebi. Me ba where the 8 years in engine, sir. And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. Earth moving equipment, apart from say they distracting because they galam say no, that is not the main purpose of it. And your equipment, sir, this is summer, they build your mind. District assemblies, NADMO, and the various state agencies in here this equipment. The NDC amended the law for the state to be able to confiscate equipment. Because initially, no fine. What's here 20,000 fine, I got a fine, normal job. But the amended law, no, the minerals law no, was amended. To the extent that it be confiscated, you can confiscate it and then give it out to government agencies. Moreover, if government is really serious about fighting galamsey, we must start reclaiming lands now, saying. And machines paying any of the best are reclamation. And yes, equipment we are. It is about two equipment. And the only solution is a DJ Betuma and you're sick.
Say I will be painting. Say they can who be say. Omuko yi bebre come assembly na fe excavator say 2 years a year then they say be yes
that is why we need to fix the system. The system is sick. The sickness no start from the president because your people you put in charge up to date which mean prosecute you be what excavators amuje in amu inventory but the could see somebody was in charge punish the people. The solution is not burning the excavators. What logic? Will be an argument and the best ascribe it to say, machines over $160,000. Bakubia, and the best thing you can do is to put fire into it. Say, put me fire HBM. When we can use these machines in reclaiming our lands, what stops us as a country? In this job for the boys, a Juma Bibriba, job for the boys, because Emrana Amewu, I'm a friend, former energy minister. When he was at the lands ministry, they set aside some fund for reclamation of lands. What's the from World Bank to do this project? What stops us as a country to go back to the World Bank? Because there was a World Bank funded project in respect to restoration of life from mining, taking these excavators, putting people into young people who don't have jobs into cooperatives, and assigning the excavators to them, giving them money to go and do reclamation of land and paying them. You would have created thousands of jobs for these same young miners. And when they reclaim the land, they be at 10 acres, no reclaiming. Now EPA for and they are satisfied. All the various agencies are satisfied that. Then you give them an allocation and where we knew almost more scale licenses and more. Or even start community mining here, almost more they are paying. It's even worse than the Galamsey they are doing. But granted, community mining here they are paying. The condition, prerequisite, and they say, we reclaim 1,000 hectares and now 10 acres. Near amount 5 acres to do your community mining. You will see the enthusiasm of young people who are out there and looking for jobs. So if they will not go and take these excavators and go to the sites and go and work and reclaim these lands, so that we will end up fixing the problem and then creating job opportunities for people. But this government lacks logic, lacks knowledge. Omu sabi amanbu na eba sa wo mun sem papa not soro na wa bon onim bi oye so
one bon say ni say enya bi baby
amanbu tantan we ni this is this when there is good governance no burning of excavators. And you know what? Excavators are machining now. They pay judgment debts to it too. Maybe they are not telling you. The first ones now, the people went to court and now some of them have won their cases. And I can show you, I can tell you again, say the ACE.
So go back to court. Judgment debts are now.
Of course, it's also my property unlawfully because granted, say Nipana, because I heard a video say they were doing legal mining and they have license. So if it is true, and the court proves, and you see, it's like the courts are courts of records. So they'll go into it. So I have a license, and I know or working within now on year be Bonnie BR. And Kate Denham Koshi, no. If in quote Kate Denham no more cano, it was not close to a water body. It was not close to a water body. And the claim said they were doing legal mining. So if it was legal, a lawyer, because you cannot just go about destroying people's properties.
Okay. Hamza Mohammed, they say, I'll take for Mr. Host. You spend money to send message to your show, and you don't read them. You always select those. Oh, sir. Oh, Hamza, and this how? Ebi ebedu time out there, but who there na a paper call. And Hamza, and this I cry, Mr. Obibre. No, Opoku say Ejakwa brother, the cars belongs to Ghana, not national security. Kwesi Brefo. Also, when will Ghanaians stop defending everything that starts? Speaking to the truth, okay. I na mo trouble for na. Enino ejesi kakra. Mame hwe ha na menka wa ha na mo hu se mani abre pa. Esan se ensam na mo de ba na edo so bebre. Bernard me ba so, wo so me ba so enche bia. Na mame hwe eba na ateko eba dodro be santi
change your message.
me mame bisa okono o se mo afeli totally. Enya dia okono galamse kono botumi akọ. Uhunu ne sa ene method yesu sese. Esa say all kanu me hu bibi say ye ka entoma even entoma enkrofo kra efiama no ne ba eye yen Ghana yen entoma design na se for no se ye chisa ye first smuggle ni sa ne mana. Se entoma ne o hiafo bebre betumi de akoche o. Eso ye hye.
Because that's what the law says.
Yes.
Okay.
And would you say you're been then so got excavators here? She didn't say no and one they been say
what can to my house?
No, but the law didn't
no, pirate, but the man can't on Galamsey.
But there is no law. Let's correct something. There is no law that says there is no law.
Okay, yeah, that's
the discretion of the people.
Confiscation. And if it gives the discretion
because they're confiscating for cars. They do it on the auction.
There you go. So confiscate goods now. If it gives the state discretionary powers to do whatever they can do, including burning them.
So
I want us to be established.
There is no law that says that burn it.
No, but I'm saying, say, you acknowledge, say, if the law gives the discretionary powers,
burning should not be an option at all.
Okay,
when we can put it to good use.
Well, I agree with that. But I mean, that was on a different subject, because on the position of science excavator, okay.
Party yes, scaffold.
Me battle boss. So what can we do?
Party yes, scar.
Yes, sir.
Who say as soon as Obe started any campaign like say a fight against Galamsey, no, which means that so really calendar and Kobaka, there was a problem. Because problem be anywhere. Who started fight quite in the first place? And what did you need to Musa?
Sure.
Because the problem be anywhere. There is no basis of even starting a fight. Now. Then you started a fight, no. You started a fight because say you buy and you inherited the Galamsey problem, which is an acknowledgement to say who be or what of course was our problem. Galamsey fight, no.
Now what that?
Good. Now what that? Galamsey fight. You bet me at Tracy going to the history. Yes, one when you put to Portuguese for buy a buyer. We acknowledge this as a people say a problem. Abaya ko ekwa na so ate na so aba na page na conform na page na conform, which means a national problem. And this year discuss it, let me know as what the better politics are. Perfect. But you be kind say, when we so mu the drones or Galamsey fight na gosi baby ya. You be kind say, when we te amigumu and gosi baby ya. Abra Papa Kufuado eteki up office no. The problem has been complicated because so mutimi solve ya ade omutimi ye hu baby ya anka e back and start fight no. Opani person metu adwen si bibi so say, ye ka Galamsey fight nyina as a state no. Ye wo mu ya ye wo MPP ni NDC as two major political parties ni obi a vested interest MPP vested interest sense anka Kufuado cast what the presidency beto so no anka at the end of the day ko betima ko na anka ye ni Galamsey hu problem bia wo mo no NDC for parade no so vested interest and say ka fight na ye be fight no ye be freely na anka ono sami jemfi no mo ya makotwitwa photos de aba say Kufuado cast wo be ye no wa anye na anka mo so dey score political points so at least interpretation be and I say argument be the two parties will advance be yen hu ba bi obi interest here dey but me am person me tell say the fight against Galamsey no a process any event Ultimately started fight no way. As part of the process, no, over choke successes be brave. And a process now so they fight and the challenges to be brave. They Sebi President Kufuor Catcher said or started a fight against Galamsey. Ungankanta problems and I said the fight has been 100% successful. Make Kwesi Kwarteng can never resign as MPP. Because me who say at some point no ensure anything. At some point so ensure any day anything. So Obekaya who say Ghana water complaining say turbidity was so because of Galamsey activities and then complaining sir. Which means say yeah good. Yeah, no, your borders, Obekaya, your borders, I mean, your border neighboring countries. They were complaining, say, yeah, Galamsey activities were affect or more ability to process their water.
They tell me, business, I almost started between 2015, I did 2014, 2015, I wore Chibi Domasi, and the DBA made no better example. Mina be dear Chiria, not then soon to say, Star, come, be the Misakura Boom, I made the news one. Simon Oka say, yes, here be your community mining and saying, you know, then soon as I said, I bring my time. It's you know, that's a fight, and I see a fighting and they are fighting the same. Good.
That's what make it be. One of the say fighting on a process in the event. In Dubina successes, there are some point in Suwani be any better. At some point in also, in Suwani to be better, ever say. Successes in a banner. You better me streamline it. I feel yes, oh, okay, EP and regulatory activities, or park licenses, near here, activities. You best set meters and as a radio, some multimedia. Galamsey in there, and our mine activities in there, alcohol. After you be found quite about to train you more about University of Mass and UMAT. About to train you more UMAT. Near actually the best methods are your dear day, yes, gold mine. You know, some of the successes. Yeah, what challenges so you associated with the Galamsey? We got to say challenges, you know, because when him, Adekye saying you who as a people, they say incentive for driver Galamsey, you know. It goes beyond say if you create alternative source of livelihood in the panel. Because so a cost site now within 1 week, obeti make $600,000. A Juma Ben or the man Ghana ha. And I say we are seeing her within 1 week be trained for $600,000. Which means say the incentive is higher and you know the fight will obviously be difficult. And the whole fight here where they are even among Wahankasa government and Angas, you get people say they will be opposed to the fight. I don't say who nipa na also Galamsey fight, you don't have the commitment to do the fight. But when you watch the mention as who Papa Kufuor na wo kano. I don't say we don't have the commitment to. What's it? No, Bernard, stop interrupting. Stop, Debbie. Stop it. It's an acknowledgement say fight no. There has been a problem with the fight. But yentimi so overlook the successes that we have talked because a human institution now way. It's a being robots now they are more fighting. And nothing that my premise say even when NDC started fighting no move freely. But he ego so. Abayi intimi me ba. Mankasa. Me tell no.
They so they no kai want.
Me ba. Say na NDC time, na nso na nyina nya te project. Ye ba what was the essence of starting the fight against Galamsey? Because we started ya no case of fighting Galamsey. Say na NDC time no problem there anyhow if they were able to fight Galamsey.
I was referring to specific river.
Openi ade a work na opeso play politics wo ho no. And na me che ne say entimi nya sa because ye ba na problem ni we and we can face problem no. But the person say the problem it predates even MPP bar power. Aban bia ba wantimanya, aban bia ba ono so ye. But the all ye no, e dey ya ontimi nya bibia 100%. And also nche say onya hwe kra because Adekye about the truth is say aban intimi policy Galamsey site bia. No kra ba ko omu no. E take collective effort. Opaya do tie ontimi nkan chen say onim say bi NDC for omo ye Galamsey. Okay, my video ye PA during election Kwakubu ahene mo communication director conversation Galamsey for ana o ka say ye time na Galamsey ne ye enkofo we ba omu agu no ye ba e be koso ma ye de aye which is even an admission say President Kufuor is frustrating the activities of Galamsey. No, I mean the videos are there and you never report me. But everybody saw what Kwakubu ahene de ekan. And yeah, all parties whether both MPP or NDC we all know that there is a problem. What we all know say how to be able to solve the problem. Otumfo asema okay. No oka say quarter of silence but dey ba ho say nkofo no person mo silence otumfo minya operado ti he ne benati he yenim say sometimes even umo be a presentation you give the person a speaking note o speaking note no say the be ya obe can na asem obe so oka no in the context of team kra mo ye dem ope I'm not sure say be abugina ponomo ewo the audacity say mo compromise otumfo enti ye tire mu so ye nchire in the proper context say be ye chese na team no ye pese be ye fight against Galamsey and the man speaking no say oh ka ho asem sia because I don't know they also your hene would two na tiam say ye ko a ye nyina na ye boa na ye ko and that speaking no so no just to guide the pace of the conversation no and just say we be compromise otum for that be abujina point me no abujina point me ko compromise no
air condition wa
no
so we are na say the me did am sweat pa so I know you can say me tam inso ankure makura gu me so content na say America the ho here say me set for say inso ankure makura fa ho Mami fancy.
I watch your
notes. The mention say fighter we can't politicize this. It's a national problem.
NPP problem.
It is a national problem. First of all, it is even speculative. Yes. But even granted, first of all, question also was or legal license to operate it legally and answer only. That is even the first question.
Okay.
And I say even if she is conducting an illegal activity, it falls under the fact that Maka said there are challenges with the fight. Nobody is saying we don't have challenges.
Okay.
But what we all need to do is say that's about Mimi Benadia or no vested interest or Meka Gu Papa Kufuado any Marcelo. Or Pariado ya what to bomb why say baby Akufuado the new commitment to fight. Yena yenkamu nkuntia Galamsey
and so obi kan wasam so na se hu se obi asemasi bi obu na ye kan so amoma mpene me yenka ese se yakokasa asemasi bi atamo be di on Facebook
na bi se na santene kan santene say Bernard yenko ye breniti okono ye betu
kasa na onim say o
enya hwe Bernard enya bibia na ye be complaining
Bernard time as
menya President Akufo-Addo obesha say omo baba ye Operation Galam Stop. Na me nim said there was a coalition of media led by Ken Ashibe. And omo kan issues about Galamsey and Nsua say. Me wo ho and a then Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Amewu
Peter Amewu.
Almost sorry, no marco sites, no marco J equipment, Omokoya Okubi, all the way in Bogoso. Omokoya, they went to Okubi mines, Omokofa, Galamsey, they sacked people from the place. I mean, you are break.
Bro, how could you break it up?
What time on the
mini writers every day, Bernard,
Inti Omo Yen Nina, and I may be sire. Quite in me. And I may say, what is the alternative? Must say they should clear off. And yes, sir, that is source of livelihood. And a government use your friend is saying media say you say mon pay a different coinage for Rambo style. Mo fa soldier for mo koye in the Rambo style. Say o mon fi baby o mo ye adwuma no. When we asked of the alternative, mo say oh you have procured a facility. Sisiano, you are coming to reclaim the land. Inti omo ana omo ye Galamsey no, Sisiano, they will get the opportunity to reclaim the land inti omo benye ejuma ayo. Yebisa mo said da ben eba. Mo say oh, they should clear off mo beye. So you cleared the people off. Unfortunately no, you protected some of the people. Mo kwa ye clear no, mo ye fence. Inti omo amojina abontino, they were out. People, the soldiers and the other security persons were used to protect Nipa omo ye ejuma ewo. Worst of all, no, you did it like an omnibus obia oye mining biano. Once you carry your equipment to site, you were seen as an illegal mining operator. Enubi, and the people are mukita small scale license say omombe ye ejuma no. Their equipment are bent. Simply because you found equipment that they are doing their job. And so you decided to ban them. At the end of the day, no matter your judgment depth, and you pay with surcharges, maybe the prices will be too high. But all these things have come. Say you were Ashanti Goldfields. You were consolidated diamonds. You were Bogosu Prestia mining. Now the state companies, we're doing Ghana, mining in Ghana. Maybe. Yeah, mining in Ghana. And the government of Ghana had your friend the lion's share. Na water bodies, na pollution. It was not there. Along the line, the NAC, government decided through the foolishness of IMF and World Bank say, it is not the business of the state to run companies. And yes, sir. So government decided to offload on Ankasane shares. Sell off. It is a Ashanti Goldfields. We have sold it. You're from Anglo Gold. I remember Anglo Gold Ashanti any Round Gold debate. Now a Bedfable media men no makwaje contract Round Gold. Na Gabi Achiridako mono almost akwaje contract Anglo Gold. They were now debating from one media house to the other, promoting the acquisition and takeover of Ghanaian companies by private foreign companies. They did. Gabi Achiridako and Bedfable. In this country, they were moving from one media house. Nagabi, Aswane file. Today, we sold off our national mining interests. They are in power. Our water bodies, any BBR say, they are using security to go and brutalize ordinary Ghanaians now moye juma ewo boase. And they were getting paid. They had their families taken care of. Ukodru Enyinem in Obuasi and other places. See the way the shuttles were running. And yes, sir, the state ran shuttles. Ukodru Obuasi atutu kanye yidumu. The buses were running free. After we took away government share, poverty, hardship, and lack of income have confronted the people. You want them to go and eat soil. You want them to go and eat grass. Na se siano omo afa kwan ya omo so omo benye bibi kakra in order to sustain their families. Omo yoa na mo say you are going to clear them. You have to kill them.
Do you support the activity?
So what it means is that government failed, and government is not looking at how you failed.
Okay.
So government should go back. Government should go back and know that when you had the state mining, your water bodies were not polluted. The environment was not destroyed. And then you don't appreciate the issue and you think that you can just go and burn people excavators and stop them. Master, by the time you burn them, we'll go and buy excavators and go back to the forest.
Michael Adurotum, I'll say if you're a woman organizer, we should allow you to destroy the vegetations. Or the coming canon count. Mensa Pillar 2, thank you, Jacob, now your good work. Or may me home mine. Okay. Piaga, so good morning, Eja. Say no to Galamsey. Yes, I say no to Galamsey. And hashtag let's save our water bodies and rivers now.
Of Konongo, we're doing gold mining there.
Also, to be principal, we students.
You know the state was doing gold mining there. They have taken over. They've sold all the things. Why do you want the people to get income?
Student loan trust fund.
What is this?
Some are completing. Some in their final years, they can't graduate because they've not paid their school fees. It's operado.
The state must go back and see where they lost.
Where are you for organizer? Where are you for?
Yeah, something happened again in Ashanti region. Unfortunately, we body panic. I said me offense, I shouldn't mention it, but the Delta forces were at it again. Echo attack DCOP operado.
Oh, but
yes. So you find out.
But let me now I entered the northern part of
no, but I mean such
the Togo, and then I was coming into Ghana.
Regional commander, Ashanti regional commander. No.
So I saw the story.
Let's
America, let's
verify.
say, Latif
I'll
Solomon, MPP regional youth organizer in the Upper East region.
He's so resting.
Fine gentleman. We disagreed politically, but his opinions were strong. He is a fine personality. Enra, Mete say na. Oh, and I only heard it yesterday.
I Ragosam. Eti ebegina we so ne de ensam nyina si wa da bia de make ne so man ne ya meman o man so ya so man ye nyina ka bo adu so ase kire man no ama o man atumi akọ na dwumedi ahase me kan say obi ada BBC na do say this is what I want to achieve in life. Pese bi see dem pese me talk am pese bi na Ghana yan 64 years ye di pank ye call person 4 years ni e de na betumi aka de aka say si ye bo aka say ye de bo man nipa nyini a na dwene mu bie na so no nyema say ya na ese wo kwan bi so ti galam say na ye si ye tu so sa no e ye nyina ye ko nti ye bekọ so aka ne say ye ka na eja bi na ye beto so na ye ka na eja bi kajabi sa kopem dra ye bi dur Ghana nti yerbesi ya meda Bernard Mon ase na mada opare ado ase na mada kwesi kwatin so ase so munya breba me so midin e de agya kwabena kriweta akiri boy chi dom nyina da o ma se vim lady e na jo e boy je so de obokrata mu nsaba ya nim ado e de kasebo no breye Kevin echinchimu camera no ma ye ho ye fefefe e na ya tema ene mandede wo so boye e boy pancake ma ye ho ye fefa ye ho ayadoma ye be hia ya kra mu nyina